Yeah, I'm there to zip just to let you know, y'all niggas. Yeah, I'm the coolest fucking kid in my school. Yeah, all the girls want my phone number. Then later that day, they all wanna fuck me. Yeah, so I fucking got a condom on and fuck their asses. All in a fucking threesome. Yeah, and then after that, I'm gonna fuck their ass, nigga. Yeah, I'm the coolest dude. I'm the hottest dude in the fucking school. Yeah, fuck everybody besides me and my girl. Yeah, yeah, you say I had a girl. No, I don't. But fuck you, cause I get more bitches than you. Fuck your life. Fuck you, cause I just fuck your hoe. I just fuck your dog. I just fuck your mama. And yeah, I live in this life. I'm fucking smoking that dip all the fucking time. Smoking that raw cone all the time. I just smoke that cake all the fucking day. Oh my god, now I'm high, don't know what the fuck to do. I'm so goddamn high, I'm looking at the TV. Looking at the TV with nothing on. And I'm like, what's happening? Yeah, what's happening? Yeah, I'm fucking your bitch. And I'm fucking her raw. Damn girl, yeah. Damn girl, yeah. And I'm doing it so fucking rough. She's like, damn, that hurt my feels so good at the same time. Cause I'm fucking your bitch. Yeah, little zip out, start, yeah, bitch. Little zip official.
God damn, it's Rob Beats.
Look it up. Like, get it. Hey, hey, hey. It's Lil Zip with the drip with the ice I whip. Don't trip, got your girl in my whip doing smoke tricks. We high in the sky, don't be shy. I'm that guy, I'm that guy. We fly all night, we fly all night, we fly all night in the sky. Yeah, we go through pain, smoking on the strain. Family is number one, trying to be the best son. Yeah, gonna run that a ton. Yeah, I promise I'ma make it. Yeah, hey. Y'all gonna take it, I'm not faking it, I'm just rapping it, I'm just rapping it, I'm just rapping it, and I'm making it, I'm gonna make it, y'all gonna take it. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, it's Little Zip with the ice I whip. Don't trip, got your girl in my whip doing smoke tricks. We high in the sky, don't be shy, I'm that guy. We fly all night, all night, all night, all night. In the sky, in the sky. Yeah, we go through pain, smoking all the strength. Family is number one. Trying to be the best son. Gonna run that a ton. I promise I'ma make it, I'ma make it. Y'all gonna take it, gonna take it. I'm not faking it, I'm not faking it. I'm just rapping it, rapping it, rapping it, rapping it. Hey, 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 hey. Lil Zip with the J with the ice I whip. Got your girl in my way doing smoke tricks. We high in the sky, in the sky. Don't be shy, I'm that guy. We fly all night, all night, all night. In the sky, we go through pain, smoking on the strains. Family is number one, trying to be the best son. Yeah, gonna run that a ton. Yeah, I promise I'ma make it. Hey, 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 y'all gonna take it, gonna take it. Hey, hey, I'm not gonna fake it, I'm not gonna fake it. I'm just rapping it, I'm just rapping it. You guys are gonna dap in it. Yeah, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, y'all be faking it, I'll be not faking it. Y'all are losers, trying to be the best Superman. So you guys are fucking lame. This is Lil Zip with the drip with the ice, so whip it out, bitch.
Hey everybody, we're gonna watch some stupid shit today. I think it might be good. I don't know. I watched 5 minutes of it. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's not. We're in the projection room today, guys. Don't think those are beers waiting for you. They're all full of urine. Just letting you know. But feel free to help yourself to some Funyuns. All right, guys. What do we got today? We got celebrity cloning centers, reptilians, Trump, and the Great Awakening. Sounds dank, dude. Let's do it.
As humans, there are many questions we ask ourselves. What does it mean to be human? Why do we exist?
Good question.
What happens when we die? And are we alone?
We exist so we can work and pay welfare for Metalhead Missy. I answered the question.
These are the most puzzling, tormenting, and ominous questions we as humans are faced with in life. And although we can theorize and speculate all day, deep down we know these questions
Bathrooms exist, but it's all the way over there.
Will never be answered. And maybe they are not meant to be answered. But why do we keep searching? We are seeing many medical and technical advancements where mind and machine are merging.
It's true, guys.
And if
We're going to be like RoboCop any day now.
Paying attention, this ideology was injected into the zeitgeist many years ago through literature and the entertainment industry.
Whoa.
It seems, though, at some point in history,
We're gonna be
people
robots.
got bored with asking the hard-to-answer philosophical questions about life.
Are you sped up, bitch? You just messed out.
And started asking,
Who that bitch?
how can we control life? Can we play God?
No.
If you were a paraplegic and learned you
Sucks to be you, bro.
could walk again through bionic technology,
Sorry, I didn't
would
mean
you
it.
do it? If you could erase the painful memories of the past, would you do it? And if you could
Yes.
clone yourself or
Yes.
live forever, would you do it?
No, I don't want to live forever. That would suck.
From the Twilight Zone all the way to Black Mirror, we have seen the scary reality and consequences of human cloning. Did you know that the guy who created Black Mirror is not even working on season 6 because he feels the world is too crazy right now?
Whoa. Won't even do season 6. Those are obvious signs of the end times, guys.
That's insane. And around 2010, I started noticing that human cloning...
Wait, clones? Wait, Taylor Swift is that Satanist bitch? That answers a lot of questions, honestly. But wait, I want to see these clones.
Zone all the way to Black Mirror.
Oh, come
we have
on.
seen the scary reality and consequences of human cloning. Did you know that the guy who created Black Mirror
all right, come on, I
is
wanna
not
see the
even
clones.
working on season 6 because he feels the world is too crazy right now? That's insane. And around 2010,
That's a clone? That just looks like a lady who got older.
I started noticing that
Now that's a fucking clone. Oh my God, teeth. Hair in front, hair in the back. Not purple. Oh shit. That can't be real.
human cloning
This better not
became
be a joke
paralleled with
video.
Hollywood through movies,
Whoa,
music
that bitch
videos,
got nothing on. Hey!
lyrics, and celebrities themselves discussing it on Twitter, podcasts, and YouTube.
That's definitely a
videos.
clone.
If you were not into conspiracies back then,
Look at that. The dome shape is totally different, guys. Can you believe that shit?
you probably missed the golden age of YouTube before everything was censored.
Stop human cloning.
Donald Marshall, a human clone whistleblower, wrote
Donald fucking Marshall. All right, I watched up to here earlier, and she didn't read this. She just went past it, so we're going to read it. This is no hoax. This is no joke. My name is Donald Marshall. I have been cloned by a large secretive cult known as the Freemasons. You may have heard of them, and the Vril Society and Scientologists together called Illuminati. He's hitting all the markers here. They make replicated bodies of people to victimize in terrible ways. They clone children for men with underdeveloped penises to have sex with. Shit. Some very famous and politically powerful people all getting together for a disgusting time. Most of the G20 gathered there to discuss worldly matters and watch gruesome things done to innocent people for sport. I have seen this firsthand and will tell all, as it must be stopped. The political people started bringing movie stars and musicians there to hang around with them. They can control who remembers the cloning facility and who will remain oblivious, even though not remembering still damages you. I know who's involved and the ringleaders and everything they do. Do I have to read all of this? It is basically a torture and child molesting factory. And I was one of those children, But when I was young, to keep the perverts off of me, I started singing songs. Original songs. Very good ones. They told me to keep making these songs and I wouldn't get hurt. And so I did. Then they started bringing me there every day for songs, as the celebrities wanted more. They called me the goose that laid the golden egg, the phenomenon. But I ran out of ideas. Then the torture began. They smashed my face to start, throwing me around, scarring me, a 5-year-old, never letting me remember in real life until I turned 30. The torture worsened until I was being stabbed and burned, repeatedly sodomized. At age 30, they allowed me to remember these clone memories, and now every time I enter REM sleep, I am there. I don't have dreams, only clone memories. They made the movie The Island and Inception about this subject. They think they're very sly and untouchable. Yes, too much.
Wrote an infamous
Too
Facebook
much.
post in 2011.
How come people go crazy, never write nice and to the point things? It's always long and rambly.
Exposing the elite cloning program and underground cloning centers. He claimed his family sold out to the elite and he was
Bastards.
cloned as a child. He also claimed that every night when he falls asleep, he wakes up at the cloning center through REM consciousness transfer.
Hey, I bet some of you guys wake up at the cloning center and you don't
When I
even
did
know
a
it.
Google search for REM consciousness transfer, this image appeared, and it was a Dreams Time photo.
Shit.
Have you ever noticed that the Dreams Time logo is a universal pedophile symbol? You know who else wears the universal pedophile symbol?
Pick Rob. Oh, that guy.
According to
I
Donald,
was close. I was close to Pick Rob.
the cloning centers are controlled by the G20. The G20 is a group of international state leaders of the central banks, and the current chairman is King Salman of Saudi Arabia.
Never trusted that fucker.
Donald claims that when a celebrity sells out, they instantly earn A-list fame and money in exchange for getting killed and cloned to participate in degrading dark art acts, fulfilling the desires
People want to be cloned and killed?
of the
Or killed and
wealthiest
cloned?
elites.
200 perfected clones.
Donald claims this is his picture on the Megadeth album cover, The World Needs a Hero.
That's clearly Donald Marshall.
He said this photo was taken directly after his clone was tortured and murdered at the cloning center.
Oh, shit.
He also claims that to escape the cloning center torture, he wrote songs for Queen Elizabeth and other musicians
Megadeth is part of the Illuminati, guys. I knew it.
to keep himself protected. Donald said he wrote the following songs.
Uh-oh. Whoa, Kenny Rogers? Happiness and Slavery? That's the song. He wrote all the hits, guys. He wrote all the hits. Oh, he wrote Pour Some Figures this douche would write that song. Well, this guy wrote everything. He did not write Sweaty Mullets. He wrote Symphony of Destruction? Whoa. He wrote
He
Sledgehammer?
also claims that he wrote the entire album for Michael Jackson's Thriller and launched the careers of Lady Gaga, Whitney Houston, Rihanna, Eminem, and Madonna
I believe it.
through his songwriting. He also said that he wrote the Radiohead song Creep about Queen Elizabeth. He gave Nirvana their band name and wrote all of their songs.
I believe it.
A song that had instant success was Somebody That I Used to Know. At the beginning, you can hear a xylophone, and Donald says it is the melody to Ba Ba Black Sheep. Donald claims he wrote most of his songs using nursery rhyme melodies, which are stored deep in our subconscious, which triggers a common feeling and attachment to the song, which
Guys,
makes
he wrote all my songs too, just letting you know.
it a hit. And if you've ever wondered why some people become super famous, Donald claims that every child star was either born into the program or sold into cloning by their parents.
I believe it.
And because of this, their
He
parents are
did make
rewarded
those.
for years for their faithful service.
Judy Garland? Who the hell's Kim Richards? Oh. Miley Cyrus. She's a robot? Lindsay Lohan. Doesn't she basically look like a corpse now? knew he was a clone. What now, guys? We're lifting the veil tonight. The Sutherlands. That's right, he didn't write Troll Slayer. The Smilfs. Welcome to Earth.
If you want to read more about every song Donald has written and the song meanings, check out DonaldMarshallRevolution.com.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'll skip that one.
And if you've ever wondered why some celebrities are photographed with a black eye, according to Donald, it means they have been chipped. He claims that the chips are inserted through the eye and attached to the brain, which is what causes the eye to blacken or swell.
I believe it.
And according to Donald, these soulless clones, walk-ins, robotoids, drones, chipheads, reptilians, whatever you want to call them, they are all part of the Vril Society. He claims that whenever you see a celebrity giving the peace sign, they are actually holding up a V for Vril.
That explains everything. Man, this bitch is answering all my questions.
And always remember, one time is by chance, the second time is coincidence, and the third time it's a pattern. So pay attention. Okay. The idea of reptilians, also known as lizard people, draconians, or shapeshifters, was highly popularized by David Icke, who claims that shape-shifting reptilians control the world from underground bases. They are
now that I believe.
From the Alpha Draconian star system and have the ability to shapeshift, which is superhuman ability of demonic manipulation through sorcery or DNA inheritance. One of the first depictions of the reptilian humanoid was the ancient deity Sobek.
He's got corn on the cob on his dome.
Who had the head of a crocodile. But these reptilian myths and folklore go all the way back to the lost lands of Atlantis and Lemuria. The gray aliens were popularized by the
Are you saying Hammy is a clone?
Alleged abduction of Betty and Barney Hill in 1961. These aliens are from Zeta Reticuli and allegedly
hello aliens, I'm Barney Hills.
Harvest organs, clone, and manipulate our DNA.
Did you have to draw the package?
Also stationed in deep underground military bases. In the book, The Dulce Wars, Chapter 5 discusses what...
In the great, highly esteemed book, The Dulce Wars. Of course, it's by introduction by Commander X. Where do I get this book?
What he calls the Grand Deception, which is run by the Grey Reptilian Illuminati Alliance, where any opposition to the New World Order will create a conflict to reduce population of the planet, followed by a rapid series of shocking events, earthquakes, a worldwide stock market crash, all while putting millions of people worldwide in an extremely effective mind control program.
We're all going to die.
That could last 3 to 7 years, but will end in an American victory aided by a divine alien intervention.
Trump's an alien too?
This book was published in 1999.
Of course, peak Rube years. Peak Rube years.
Other fascinating claims the author makes is that the apocalypse, or the prophecy of the Book of Revelations, officially started when Israel became a state by the Rothschilds in 1948.
Yep. That I believe.
The Groom Lake facility, otherwise known as Area 51,
you may have heard of it,
is infested by reptilian and gray aliens.
Like that guy.
And is home to all of the people that have gone missing from our national parks, where they have unwillingly become part of unethical cloning experiments.
Poor little guy laying there with his package hanging out with a bunch of weirdos staring at him. That'd be embarrassing. I like how the guy drew himself with chiseled abs. Hey, are you staring at my chiseled abs?
The book also claims that people who have had near-death experiences are actually experiencing brain implant damage.
Oh, shit.
The author discusses trauma-based mind control, where the human subject is programmed to operate in other dimensional realms. This happens by being possessed, which induces alternate personalities, otherwise known as alters. This makes me think about...
Guys, if I disappear this week, you know why. It's because we're lifting the veil.
Alex Jones, when he talked about interdimensional child molesters. The author...
Pick Rob and a flying saucer.
Also provided a map of how all the underground bases connect through a high-tech railway system, from California all the way to Oklahoma. Another quote by the author that stuck out to me was, "The legendary dragon has two wings, right and left. The real war is between the Christian-based Constitutional Republic of America and the Luciferian cult-based Socialist Empire of Bavaria."
Hanford, you Bavarian socialist bastards won't win. You
But
won't
do
win.
not be fooled. The right and left-wing movements are Machiavellian, created by the black nobility. Phil Schneider, a government and gray alien whistleblower, claimed that he was hired to drill holes underground and was building an addition to the deep underground military base at Dulce.
Oh, shit.
His job as a geologist
Now we gotta find this fucking asshole.
was to inspect the rock for drilling. During this process, they drilled through an artificial cavern and into
Big Rob may be a lizard man.
a secret base which was the home of the Greys, and they went
They got pictures.
to war. He claimed that 67 military personnel were killed, and he was one of 3 men to survive.
Whoa.
He lost fingers and has a huge scar on his chest that was induced by an alien radiation weapon that resulted in cancer.
Guy got fucked up. Look at his hand. He ain't playing PS6.
During his lectures, he showed an image of an alien from Venus
That's
who
him.
goes by the name Valiant Thor.
I've heard of that before. He's like a alien super genius with the name Valiant Thor.
Who visited the Pentagon to meet with President Eisenhower in hopes of delivering God's messages, to share technology, and warn about the consequences of nuclear war. Phil Schneider's death was ruled a suicide, but it was pretty shady.
Yeah, he felt guilty for roobing people so long. I'm a piece of crap.
And before his death, he also corroborated the story of Al Bielek, another government whistleblower.
The great Al Bielek.
Al Bielek, after being memory suppressed for decades, started remembering having been involved in the Montauk Project, and
Another
later
load
came
of
out
horse
and said
shit.
he realized he was born Edward Cameron, and that his memory had been wiped, and was forced to live out his life as Al Bielek.
I get Bielek,
Years
jerk.
later, he presented his story at MUFON, stating that the Philadelphia experiment was real, and that it was
No.
Nikola Tesla who had discovered how to make a wormhole, which sucked the ship Al and his brother were on, and sent them into the year 2137.
Oh, shit. They gotta at least have the PS7 by then.
He also said that his brother Duncan was born because the military convinced his father to have another child, to live life as a walk-in, to be possessed by a reptilian being.
Oh, fuck that.
Duncan was highly psychic,
I would say, hey, reptilians, I got enough problems.
could manifest things to happen, and had telekinesis. The series Stranger Things is based on Duncan's real-life horror story.
There he is. That guy's getting Duncaned right now.
The concept that we are not alone is supported by overwhelming evidence.
Okay, now she will present said evidence. Here we go.
Photographs, videos, radar contacts,
Cool, let's see it.
personal witness testimony, abduction reports, crop circles,
Okay, cool, let's see
animal
it.
mutilation, channeled messages, human scars, and implants. All I can say is, if you are not questioning anything by now, you may not be human.
Oh, shit.
I also want to point out that the
hope I'm
artwork
human.
at the Vatican looks extremely demonic.
You see, that's real stuff right there. They bury it in a bunch of stupid shit.
I also
Look at that
wanna
thing. What the fuck is that? Like, that's something real. You could say, what the hell were they thinking when they came up with that?
point out that the artwork at the Vatican looks extremely demonic. The Vatican audience hall looks like the head of a
Oh, this is
snake,
weird.
including the inside.
Look at that. Come on. That had to be on purpose. That's some weird shit. We're
Not to
seeing
mention,
the
all of
evidence.
the popes have questionable symbols on their robes.
Look at that creepy
And the
guy.
Vatican telescope is called Lucifer. There have been strange UFO connections and stories written about the Vatican as well. There have
Yeah.
been rumors for decades surrounding the
Yeah, they put real stuff and buried it under crap.
royal family and their reptilian ties. It has been proven that their ancestors were Count and Countess Dracula, who were famous cannibals. Princess Diana told Christine Fitzgerald, her personal confidant, "They are not human." And remember when Kate wore the rosemary
They're just English. They're not human, they're English. Whoop, 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 whoop.
baby dress when showing off their new baby on the balcony?
Oh, look at that. That's weird.
What's really strange is that Meghan and Harry left Buckingham Palace and moved to Canada, just a 3-hour drive from the Canadian cloning facility.
Did they move to the Larson hot dog guy? Oh, come on in and have some hot dogs.
And now there are strange videos calling out Meghan's bizarre behavior.
She's a robot. A video recently circulated showing Meghan Markle and, I hope I pronounced her name right, and Prince Harry in the audience of the Britain's Got Talent finale, in which the Duchess of Sussex does not blink or show facial expressions at all. They keep showing that video. They were wearing masks. It was two fucking rubes in the in the audience wearing masks. I bet she won't show the video.
Saying that she is a robot clone.
Show it.
Look at the images
Look, it's two people wearing a mask.
yourself. This is strange. This does not look like a human. And we all know what happened to Princess Di. Truth is stranger than fiction.
Hot dogs are all cloned?
And remember when Billy Corgan told Howard Stern about seeing a reptilian shapeshifter?
Howard Stern show.
Oh shit!
What happened? Give me a for instance. I want to know.
I'm turning you out. I'm so embarrassed.
No, don't be embarrassed. Come on, share.
What is it?
Why not? We have to discuss these things.
Let's just say I was with somebody once and I saw a transformation that I can't explain.
Fucking
The
reptilian.
person transformed into something other than human.
Yes, I saw it.
Were you on drugs?
I was not. I was totally sober.
Wow.
Not in a hallucination. They said to you,
I'll just give it a couple seconds.
"Look, something's going to happen here. I'm going to morph into something else." And you're like, "This is ridiculous."
That's not how it happened.
Give me a please.
All right, that's the whole thing because he won't. I've heard this before and he doesn't explain it. I just don't want to get Howard did.
Called Vril, where they take a special elixir as an energy source.
It's a goo shit, man.
In the novel,
Natty Daddies. That's the energy elixir, guys.
these reptilian entities worship the black sun. The black sun symbol was an ancient religious symbol in which the Nazis inherited, along with the logo of the neo-Nazi flag, the SS.
They were reptilians too?
Where have we seen this before?
Oh shit.
These
It's
symbols
everywhere.
have been around for thousands of years and are occult in nature, but they are just regurgitated through history because of the power and significance behind them. You could say the same thing about the swastika.
Hey, at least this bitch isn't showing a million pictures about fucking planes. This bitch is already knocking it out of the park compared to
Yin
that.
and yang, the compass, the all-seeing eye. These are ancient symbols that represent the same thing. Mm-hmm. Even when you see the Freemason symbol, it is the square and compass, which represents the architect's tools. And what is the G? It is the 7th letter of the alphabet. 7 represents completeness and perfection. 7 is the number of...
I'm with Hellmama. The evidence is in fact overwhelming.
Part of what it means to be human is to learn to recognize these patterns
Look at them
and
crazy ass
symbols.
bitches.
These symbols and patterns are hidden in plain sight, waiting for you to decode them for yourself. And one of the ways God gets
Last time I decoded their messages, it just told me to drink more Ovaltine.
you to recognize these symbols is through corruption. Without corruption and deceit, you would not wake up to anything. Corruption must exist for you to wake up and see what God wants
G stands for goobers?
you to see.
Now it makes sense.
The Vril Society was formed by a group of female psychic mediums led by the Thule Society leader, Maria Orsic.
Fucking
This
horse.
inner circle of women claim they receive communication from Aryan aliens living
Yup, fucking bitches. Bringing the aliens here, of course.
on Alpha Centauri. Allegedly,
You'll get them out of the kitchen and they start bringing aliens here.
these aliens visited Earth and settled in Samaria. The word Vril comes from the ancient Sumerian word godlike. The Vril Society emblem became the black sun, described as an infinite beam of light, invisible to the human eye, but exists only in antimatter.
You fucked Orsic?
It is interesting to note that the black feathered sun looks like a lunar eclipse and
So
a human
true.
eyeball. Mm-hmm. Maria Orsic was Hitler's medium, and with her help, the Nazis channeled information from this Aryan race and developed an interdimensional time travel machine, which had
Hitler had help from aliens and he still lost? You don't mess with the Russians, Hitler. Never do that. Even the aliens couldn't beat the Russians on their own ground.
Its first launch in 1939. I also discovered that the metaphysical tactics of the German Vril Society was the precursor to Project Stargate, which was a CIA operation using a secret U.S. Army unit to study men who could remote view onto deserts, mountains, and other geographical locations.
Frank Dukes was also in that unit.
The film, The Men Who Stare at Goats, is based on the declassified documents. What is really interesting about Maria Orsik's flying machine...
Man, what a treat you are, Orsic.
...is that it correlates directly to Nikola Tesla's flying machine, which was also anti-gravity. When Tesla died in 1943, the FBI ordered the Office of Alien Property Custodian to seize Tesla's papers, even...
Office of Alien Property Custodian. Hey, where are they based out of?
Though he was an American citizen. The papers and items of Tesla's were then passed on to MIT professor John...
Are you saying better aliens helped Russia?
G. Trump, who happens to be Donald Trump's paternal uncle.
Oh, shit.
What I find to be very strange is Julian Assange looks like he could be the son of John Trump, which
clones
would make him Donald Trump's cousin.
What?
John G. Trump said some of Tesla's plans and blueprints were alarming, but he knew it was his job to figure out how they worked. So the question is, what did he find out? Although the findings were never publicly released, many people speculate that Trump discovered how to use Nikola's anti-gravity time machine.
Fucking Trump. Why don't you share the wealth, Trump?
What makes this theory even more bizarre is that a late 19th century author by the name of Ingersoll Lockwood, who happens to look exactly like Louis C.K.
Oh, come on. Louis C.K. is a clone? Maybe the C stands for clone.
Emerged out of the woodwork, and many articles were written about his books after Donald Trump was elected president in 2016. In the 1893 book titled Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, the story takes place with Baron Trump, an extremely wealthy young man who sets off on an adventure to Russia to track down an alternate dimension. As the master of all masters, a guy named Don guides him along the way.
There's an army of Louis C.K.'s talking about black penises all the time. Hey, have you seen them black penises?
Only to find himself back home at Castle Trump.
Castle Trump?
The book's prequel,
like Trump Tower?
Written in 1898, was titled Travels and the Adventures of Little Baron Trump and His Wonderful Dog Bulgar.
Bulgar?
Ingersoll Lockwood went on to write his dystopian novel called The Last President. The story starts in New York City, and the country is in a state of uproar after an election of a
Trump is from New York City.
Heavily opposed president. Mobs of anarchists and socialists fill the streets to plunder and demolish the homes of the rich.
Like BLM? Wait a second, guys.
Wronged and oppressed them. In the book, the Fifth Avenue Hotel will be the first to feel the fury. Very strange that Trump Hotel is also on Fifth Avenue in New York.
Fuck.
And what's really crazy is in the book, the president chooses a cabinet member whose name is Pence.
What?
And why is Mike Pence talking about human cloning? Is this the Mandela effect? Did these books really exist before?
Guys, it's too much knowledge. My head's gonna explode.
Go back in time and create these books to mess with everybody? Or was the book written knowing that this stuff would happen in the future? It's just all too much.
It really is. Slow down.
Marshall spoke about Britney Spears quite a bit. In her music video, Break the Ice, it shows an animated version of herself breaking into a
because she looks like ass now.
Cloning center and destroying all the cloning tubes. On December 30th, 2004, Britney Spears made a surprise appearance at the radio station of LA's Kiss FM, where she independently released the demo of her new song, Mona Lisa. This song was supposed to be the single off her 5th album.
Smooch. Sorry, guys. I couldn't control myself.
Original Doll, but the album was never released. The original lyrics of Mona Lisa say, "She's the original. She's unforgettable. She wants you to know she's been cloned.
What?
Why was the original Doll album and this song never released? And now when you go to Google, the lyrics say, she's been gone. B.O.B. the rapper backed up Donald Marshall's story. Before YouTube was censored, B.O.B. used to post videos about his cloning center experiences. B.O.B. and Donald both claimed, if you cannot remember your dreams, you are probably a clone. Here are some of B.O.B.'s tweets I saved from years ago.
I bet you guys don't remember your dreams. Whoa! So now niggas want to ask me about cloning. You think cloning is becoming a topic of discussion by coincidence? These alien abductions aren't a part of a hybrid program involving aliens. It's actually connected to the cloning centers and of course Sweet Baby Rays. Sweet Baby Rays means the rays of the sun. Are you going to talk about cloning centers in the speech tonight? Please don't take our rifles. This is best tweet ever. Are you going to talk about the cloning centers in the speech tonight? Please don't take our rifles. Bob is crazy. Bob is crazy. Donald Marshall for president in 2015.
It's a lie. It's programmed. From my understanding, Donald has seen a clone of me in the cloning center.
Oh shit.
I am memory suppressed. However, I do have memories of what fit the description of the cloning center and the arena. I'm just now learning about cloning. Like, I just found out about it a couple months ago.
See what you do when you rile up the tards?
And I was scared as fuck.
You love our boy wrote a song called The Reptoids Want to Clone Us?
And also, too, y'all need to pay attention to these other celebrities when they're leaving hits. They're leaving clues all over the place. Everybody can't talk. Pay attention.
Tila Tequila claimed that she sold her
she's fucking retarded.
soul to the cloning program for her reality show on MTV, A Shot of Love with Tila Tequila.
Oh.
Tila made the rounds on Conspiracy Podcast, discussing her experiences at the cloning center.
That's just fucking with my program, darling, Queen Elizabeth, and the pedophilia ring, and the cloning centers. That's right, darling.
You drinking tonight? Whatever your name is? Tequila? Tila Tequila? Having a little of that good shit?
The cloning centers.
And talked about her relationship with Marshall. She used to go on rants on Twitter for
Oh, scary. So many celebs have been replaced. They were not compliant, so they were replaced with a clone to get the job done. If I stopped tweeting today abruptly, it's because I was silenced by demons.
which she got
shit.
banned.
They're everywhere. They have literally infiltrated all of the earth. Come on, they don't give us the time to read these. No, because Viacom stands for vril lizards, like varicose veins. Hillary Clinton is a clone. The real one got killed a long time ago. Fuck, I hope I'm not next. Oh wait, they already killed me in 2012. That gives shit.
After
man.
she came out about this, she had a brain aneurysm in 2012.
Reptilians.
Donald Marshall and Tila Tequila both said Bernie Mac was trying to come forward about cloning, and that's why he died.
Well, you see, they done cloned it, all those motherfuckers. Oh, my heart. It's the big one.
Hello, Phil Chupa here, and
TV's Phil
just going
Chupa?
to talk a little bit about what happened recently to me at cloning. And a little background is REM phase cloning is they take your consciousness while you sleep and put it in a clone in the cloning center. And as soon as you hit the REM phase of sleep, and you have to stay there until you wake up. They tell people a lot of different BS. It's the fifth dimension, seventh dimension, Nirvana, Shangri-La.
Okay, Squeaker, this man's been cloned. Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough? Words hurt.
Time, stutter, singularity. They say that it's another dimension, or that it's lucid dreaming, or the astral plane. It's not. You're just in a cloning center, and they're using MK Ultra visual and audio effects.
You better be
to make you
scared.
see what they want. Now, they've been doing this to me probably my whole life, but now they see me talking to Donald Marshall, and I go to the same cloning center he does now.
It's Donald Marshall, the crazy version of Dop Dorn Dilly.
After 2012, other cloning blogs and Twitter accounts started popping up, disclosing their experiences at the...
Strange. Okay, thank you for telling me. Not sure why. Sometimes cloning center victims get harassed when they start talking. Hope that didn't happen here, but maybe KC will let me know.
Cloning center.
This is what some cloning center victims refer to as blackout dreams because they experience such lucid dreams, on the other hand.
Up Donald's story and expressing the fear that comes with exposing the cloning situation.
Or that could be that you wake up at a cloning center. Joe Rogan?
Here are more tweets from celebrities about human cloning.
Uh-oh. We're getting deep, guys. Yay. Don't clone me from the sweat or whatever. Thank you. Hope my clone be slightly better in math. I'm a clone. Al Roker's a clone? You can't clone a spirit, only a body. Tell him, Kirstie Alley, you bloated bag of shit. If you see me in the airport and I don't seem like myself, that's my clone probably. Coming out. I'm a clone. Why are they all clones? That face when you know you've been cloned, but you don't remember it or remember blah, blah, blah. Remember happened? Must have. I'm trying to get on that Gucci clone diet. You're right. It was my clone. Card-carrying clone club member. They live as a documentary. You're not meant to know about Bristol's secret cloning project. So much clone talk, guys. What if we're clones and we don't even know it? There's this person I've never met before, and he's been in my dreams every night. I don't know who he is. Anyone know what this means? It took me a while to figure out who they are, and they don't care about us. I've seen the cloning centers. Wish I'd seen them. My tears have dried, and I know that no weapon formed against me will... All right, get out of here. Enough.
And remember this weird video of Beyonce?
Look at that crazy bitch.
Beyonce died in the year 2000 and she was replaced by a clone. You remember that video with her at a basketball game and she was like... and she was going all crazy?
I remember that video, but like...
That ain't no human stuff, bro. That ain't no human... You seen George Bush lately?
What,
when Obama, I think it was like last year, and Michelle Obama had to control this fool because he was just going...
Smell this.
He's just doing that.
So you saying clones is out here malfunctioning? Beyonce died in 2000?
Yes, and there's gold nuggets in bald people's heads. Remember in Africa they were running around cutting heads off because they said there's gold bars in bald people's heads.
Hey man, they ain't gonna tell you if she's dead. If she's a clone, fool.
And remember when the country of Nigeria thought their president was a clone? And
it's
now
the
we
real
have
me,
the
I assure
CRISPR
you.
Guide to cloning mammals. And even Mary Tyler Moore was into cloning.
There's two kinds of cloning right now. One is therapeutic cloning, which is for coming up with cures for life-threatening, really, really awful diseases. Then there's reproductive cloning, which makes a human being out of your DNA and donor egg. They cloned Mary Tyler Moore. Wasn't one enough?
And what about Paul McCartney?
Oh, here we go.
We all know the urban legend of Paul is dead and that he allegedly died in a car accident on November 9th, 1966.
It's true.
Did you know there is a man named John Holliday who lives at the real childhood home of Paul McCartney in Liverpool and
That's
looks
him.
exactly like the original Paul? Could this just be a strange
That was him.
coincidence? Did the real Paul really die? And if so, who is this guy?
Clone.
Some say this is William Campbell, who won a Paul McCartney lookalike contest. If you're a Beatles fan, you probably have always wondered why the band broke up after only 5 years. It is because of this man, Theodore Adorno.
Motherfucker.
He was the director at Tavistock and wrote all of the Beatles' music. He died in 1969, the same year the band broke up.
Excellent.
And if you have ever wondered how Michael Jackson was able to purchase the entire Beatles catalog, it is because Adorno's estate sold it to him. Here is
Adorno.
Paul symbolically placed in a coffin-like box.
That means he's dead. You see that shit?
Things are never what they seem. Speaking of Michael Jackson, I highly recommend listening to Freeman Fly's podcast episode with Dr.
Do I have to listen to that?
David Lewis Anderson, discussing Michael Jackson and time travel. Did you know Michael Jackson was the first celebrity client for the company Clonaid?
There he
What
is.
is
It's Noah
Clonade?
Jackson.
Clonade is a Canadian company registered in the Bahamas.
Guys, can you Canadians just stop with the evil business? For once, just stop being evil, Canadians.
That prides themselves on being the world's leading reproductive cloning facility. The premise of Clonade was announced in
And you get a free Larson hot dog with every visit.
1997, and the company's intentions were to make advancements for human mortality and to allow homosexuals to produce a child. In 1997, it was announced that the first American couple was going to invest in Clonade by paying $500,000 to have a baby.
Bucks.
The couple's names have never been revealed, but there is speculation that it was Barack and Michelle Obama.
Oh, shit. Because Michelle Obama is actually a dude with a flopping Johnson.
And after Clonade's announcement in 1997, Malia Ann Obama was born in 1998. And why have we never seen pregnant photos of Michelle?
Good question.
And this is random, but does anyone remember the 2013 Kardashian Christmas card where Bruce Jenner is trapped in a cloning tube? And now he looks exactly like Cindy Crawford.
Wow, come on. I think exactly is a bit of a stretch, don't you think? Hey, it's like looking into a mirror, Cindy Crawford, whatever the fuck your name is, Cindy Crawford. Looking into a mirror.
I'm sorry, is there someone talking to you?
Yes, sorry.
Sorry about that. So I just was wondering how everyone's doing.
She's cloned.
Hello, Courtney. Have we lost you?
Bitch is zoning out.
All right, it looks like Courtney doesn't really want to go there with
I think
that
she's
question.
breaking, so I just was wondering
It
how
just
everyone's
came
doing. Hello, Courtney. Have you...
When I first discovered the Clonade website years ago, I remembered seeing Michael Jackson's name on the website and that he used their services. Of course, it has been removed from the Clonade website.
Of course.
But I found the proof that it did exist at one time. The YouTube channel, Pac Lives, still has the evidence.
Whoa.
This is Kid Boo. Listen.
No sentence should ever start with, "This is Kid Boo."
To what he has to say about Clonade.
My first gen was born in Jersey. However, I was cloned by Clonade in Canada. My model number is 0112568.
Shit, guys, the clones.
One wants to see the registration and cloning.
Here is the CEO and founder of Clonade.
Is Bridget Boisselier, who is scientific director for a private company called Clonade. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for the invitation.
Of course it came
Tell
from
us,
Canada.
First, what Clonade is and what the company is working on right now.
Okay, so Clonade is a private company. We founded that 4 years ago, got the fundings to really
That bitch
have
is a clone
that,
too.
Last August. And so now we have 3 scientists working almost full-time in a lab here in the United States with the major goal for us to produce a human embryo.
It's like that Invasion of the Body Snatcher movies, guys. Or movies. Movie. The one.
Human cloning.
She is also a member of Raelism, which is a
look at that.
UFO religion.
Suspicious sniffer.
Here you can see the logo, and within it is the swastika and the 6-pointed star.
What the hell's that
Where
about?
have we seen those before?
Yeah.
More patterns.
You fucked her?
Raelism teaches that an extraterrestrial species
Smooch. You just got clone smooched.
known as the Elohim created humanity with advanced technology. These Elohim created 40 human hybrids that have served as prophets to disclose the human origin. They claim these prophets are Buddha, Jesus of Nazareth, and Muhammad. They also believe that when Jesus returns, it will be his clone.
Oh, shit.
Raelians call their approach scientific creationism, otherwise known as intelligent design, with efforts
We need
to
more Kid Boos.
push human cloning. In 2005, George W. Bush said that he believes intelligent design should be taught in all schools. In the book Family of Secrets, The Bush Dynasty, Russ Baker confirms the existence of more than one version of Bush Jr.
What?
It has been said that there are 14 versions of him, all birthed by surrogate mothers. that would be able to replace Bush if he were ever to go insane or die. Even David Letterman joked about it and pointed out how his nose always looks different. Pretty strange.
My understanding is that a lot of presidents have already been replaced.
That's right.
Did they do the same thing to Trump?
Yeah,
I don't think...
They're walking around, they look old, but they basically, some of the people are just
I'll
second,
give you
third
something
copies.
I'll give you something to ponder. Get some old videos of George Bush, when he first came into office. Look at the person and listen to him speak. Look at his actions and listen to everything that's there. Now, it's a lot easier to put somebody out in front to act as even Bush did. He had somebody else that was up there acting like he is and look like it. Even Hitler had he had his stand-in. In fact, his stand-in was the one that they found in the ground.
Stand-ins? That's what I mean. I can understand stand-ins, but not clones.
Germany.
Speaking of presidents, Freeman Fly proposed the interesting theory that Obama was the clone of Akhenaten and Michelle Obama was the clone of his wife, Nefertiti.
I fucking knew it.
In the book, The 7 Clones of Barack Obama, occultist author Benzamagos discusses Obama as the spawn of an Anunnaki breeding experiment in order to bring back Akhenaten.
And you have to realize that there's more than one Obama.
Okay.
They're clones.
All right. Well, it would take a lot
No,
to
and you have
do
to,
a lot of that.
No, and you think I'm kidding you. I'm serious.
Okay.
You when you see the clone can sing and dance. Yeah. The real Obama, he can't sing and he can't dance. No, it's true. And wherever you see
that interviewer lady's like, get me out of here with this weirdo.
his wife with the clone, she is like on a bad date. She's very standoff. Her inner kids.
She doesn't like
But the real Obama, they're always hugging him and close to him, kissing him, brushing the dandruff off, because he has dandruff. He really does. That's why I did that commercial for whatever that shampoo was. No, but seriously.
You need help.
No, but it's true. No. But you think I'm kidding. Watch them, okay? Even the little dog, the real Obama, the little dog's all up in their face. But the
I
clone,
should not be laughing at our
the
president.
clone, the little dog is barking at the clone all the time.
It's true.
While promoting Jumanji, Jack Black was asked about doing a
Why would you ask Jack Black anything? Every time you see Jack Black, just immediately show him the door.
sequel. He said, "There is no choice. You have to do the sequel. Otherwise, they will kill you and clone you." You could argue he was joking. But
You could argue.
why was this video removed from the internet? And shortly after this interview, Kevin Hart, who was promoting the same movie, admitted to being a clone.
How do you do it?
I'm a clone,
I look on Twitter,
motherfucker.
there you are. Facebook, there you are. Television, there you are. How do you do it?
I have a clone.
I was going to say that. There's two of you.
Can't.
A lot of black people think they're clones because they don't remember what happened last week. Wait, how did I get here?
Out the bag. Okay, it's about a good 3 of me. We broke it.
They must have gave me the clonitude treatment.
Release it yet. This is major news that I'm giving you. I'm cloned.
Okay, I appreciate
That's why I'm able to do all that I do.
And then there was Holly
It's
Madison, former Playboy playmate who once was the main girlfriend of
Look
Hugh
at that.
Hefner and the star of the reality show, The Girls Next Door. There used to be a video online of her talking about being a clone, and of course it was scrubbed. Holly once said,
bastards.
"I don't get jealous of other girls because I was raised in a cloning lab to be the perfect woman for Hugh Hefner. So other than the fact that my IQ is probably a little higher than he would like, I have nothing to worry about."
It's true.
Remember the media-frenzied paternal debate between Howard K. Stern and Larry Burkhead over
No.
who was Danny Lynn's real father? Frederick Prinz von Anhalt, who is the biological son of Adolf Hitler, came forward to claim that
What? You can't just say stuff like that.
he was the real father.
The paternity battle quickly morphs into a bizarre spectacle when Zsa Zsa
Who's the pappy?
Gabor's husband, Prince Frederick von Anhalt, holds a press conference to declare he may be Danny Lynn's biological father.
What?
Well, I can tell you they are not the fathers. When you go out very often till 4 o'clock in the morning and you need people, you do something, things you don't even know the next day what you did.
How much weirder can this get? I'm telling you, they keep these bloodlines hidden. The film Boys from Brazil is about a cloning expert who implants numerous surrogates with Hitler's sperm in hopes that they will turn out just like the original Hitler.
Well, our scientists have learned how to make people. They call them synthetics. Are you familiar with those? Well, it's a synthetic. The synthetics, when you touch their skin, it feels like plastic almost.
What?
That's the latest technique. The old techniques.
It's like Terminator, rubber skin.
If you guys can rent a video, The Boys from Brazil, rent it, because in it, it gives you the exact way how our government's been making people.
Really?
The movie Boys from Brazil was written by Ira Levin. He was an American novelist whose book centered around exposing Satanism, the occult, human cloning, and ritual murder. He also wrote Rosemary's Baby and The Stepford Wives. Spoiler alerts ahead. The 1975 film, The Stepford
Yeah, guys, just in case you didn't see this 1975 movie.
Wives, is centered around a Manhattan family who decides to move to the suburbs in hopes of a safer life for their children. The father joins a secret society where all the male members have killed and cloned their wives in order to program them to their liking.
Hey, that's not a bad idea, right, fellers? Give this bitch plus 10 dishwashing and plus 20 pecker sucking. Thank you. Thank you.
The main character, Joanna, meets Bobby, and they become fast friends. They gossip about how bizarre all the women in town act, and they form a women's liberation group to try to wake them all up.
Oh, shit.
The plan backfires, and Joanna discovers that Bobby has been killed and cloned.
So it's just more subversive trash, basically. Just more subversive trash.
When Joanna realizes she is next, she tries to escape with her kids. The movie ends with Joanna shopping at the grocery store, smiling and acting robotic. And as she passes her old...
So it's basically Body Snatchers. It's the same shit as Body Snatchers.
...friend Bobby, they politely greet each other, engage in a short, superficial exchange, and go about their day. And it is at that point we know Joanna was killed and cloned.
Shit.
They always say writers write what they know. What did Ira Levin really
Shut
know?
up.
Jeffrey Peterson is an American...
That was just supposed to get the local broads fired up. Hey, it's like the Stepford Wives. Shut up!
Tech pioneer who created the Latin social media site Kpasa. He is a Democrat and is very well connected through politics and Hollywood. In August of 2018, he started tweeting a number of threads about human cloning. They have all been removed, but I found and saved an archive of his old tweets. This is not a joke. I said I will never lie to you, and I will not.
Uh-oh.
I clearly overheard it, and I could see that others who were there were also uneasy. I know what I heard. They are doing real-life experiments with cloning on remote islands. This
shit, like Epstein?
Is truth. What I heard that evening at the event where I had been invited was not improper for me to hear. Very clearly, loud and clear, that top personalities associated with the U.S. Democrat Party are very involved in experimentation with cloning of biological beings.
Shit.
His second thread, which appeared a year later in 2019, discussed a...
They should just clone like 500 Schneiders from one day at a time for no fucking reason. Yes, your order of 500 Schneiders is in.
Conversation he overheard between Nancy Pelosi and John Sperling about a remote cloning project. Jeff Bezos was not there, but they were talking about him. And Nancy Pelosi kept saying, "He's doing mine. He's doing mine."
I preface it by saying, as you probably saw, there's military on the steps of Lincoln Memorial. What is it?
And remember this crazy video of Hillary Clinton?
Whoa! Whoa! Was that the most botched campaign ever? Hillary was constantly making an ass out of herself.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
You guys have got to try the cold chocolate.
Hillary might be a clone.
You guys have got to try the cold chocolate.
Oh, she's spazzing.
In 2015, Hillary Clinton...
I always took that as she was reacting to the reporter yelling in her face. You know what I mean?
On Another Round podcast, and she was asked.
But Hillary is so unnatural. It just comes off as forced and fake.
What the weirdest thing about her was. She replied by saying, "I don't sweat." And then she said this.
You guys are the first to realize that I'm really not even a human being. I was constructed in a garage in Palo Alto a very long time ago. People think that, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, they created it. They don't even know.
See, Hillary's such an ass that when she tries to act human, it just comes off as odd, and now people think she's a clone made in a garage because she's so stupid. Like, the way she speaks is so unnatural.
Oh, no. I mean, a man whose name shall remain nameless created me in his garage.
Are there more of you?
Now, I thought he threw away the plans. At least that's what he told me when he programmed me, that there would be no more. I've seen more people that kind of don't sweat and other things that make me think maybe they are part of the new race that he has created, the robot race.
So there's a cyborg army.
But I don't, you got to cut that. You can't tell anybody this. I don't want anybody to know this. I mean, this has been a secret until here we are in Davenport, Iowa. And
when she has to pretend to be happy and shit, it just pains her every second.
Spilling my, electronic guts to you.
What a strange thing to say. And who was this mystery man?
Whoa.
Some believe that man is Jack Parsons.
I knew it.
Jack Parsons was an American...
Look, he's already working on the... He's working on the turd pump. I'm working on Hillary Clinton's turd pump.
Rocket engineer, chemist, occultist, and a member of Aleister Crowley's OTO.
And an avid juggler.
OTO is a secret society where you are able to rise to the top through a series of ritual dramas and sex magic rituals. Believe it or not, this group still exists today.
Magic... Those the sex magic rituals don't sound all that great.
In the book Satan's Children by Rebecca Scott,
a classic,
she claims that Jay-Z and Beyonce are high-ranking members of the OTO and have performed a series of sex magic rituals. I will not go into the sordid details of what they have done with other men, but I will say that the name of their daughter, Blue, was a nod to the Blue Bloods, the black nobility families. In 1946, Parsons conducted a sex magic ritual called Babylon Working, a series of rituals to invoke the goddess Babylon to Earth. Babylon...
We did sex rituals. He pounded me out against a dumpster. It was so special.
Babylon is otherwise known as the Scarlet Woman. The symbol of the Scarlet Woman is the red dress.
Oh, shit.
In Jack Parsons' personal memoir, he wrote that with assistance from Aleister...
Put a shirt on, you weirdo. What the hell's wrong with you?
and NASA. They conducted the 11-day experiment at the start of 1947. It was written that their goal was to birth a female child who would end up being on the world stage as a dominant feminist to transform humanity and usher in the New World Order. If you fast forward 9 months later in 1947, you have the birth of Hillary Rodham Clinton.
But did she really usher in and... Well, I mean, I guess she made a lot of bitches more annoying. I mean, if that's what you were going for.
On October 26, 1947, she is the only woman alive today who has been in the public eye as a leader and a former presidential candidate. And remember, they never thought she would lose. It has been rumored that she will appear again to run in 2020 to claim the throne for which she believes is all.
We got dopey Biden. Hillary Clinton hasn't looked like that since 87.
The HBO series Westworld takes place in 2058, depicting a simulated amusement park operated by the company Delos. Westworld is populated by human clones that are controlled by a powerful artificial intelligence.
See, guys, that means it's real. If it was on TV, it means it really happened. You think people just come up with these ideas?
The members of this elite club can fulfill any desire they wish, including violence, murder, and rape of the clones.
That's 2 months.
Kind of sounds like Donald Marshall's cloning center. Is this art imitating life?
Yes.
Westworld also brings to mind Jeffrey Epstein's Zorro Ranch in New Mexico, where he was creating a breeding farm. Did you know that Joe Biden owns a parcel of land on Water Island, right next to Epstein Island?
Even Hitler had it.
I believe that.
You know, he had his stand-in. In fact, his stand-in was the one that they found in the ground over in Germany. I mean, Hitler and Eva and the dog and 14 other people got aboard a plane and flew down to Barcelona, Spain. You were aware of that. And then ended up in Antarctica or in Swabenland and then died a few years ago in Brazil.
Did you know that the Rothschilds own an island in Antarctica? Why did George Green say that Hitler went to Antarctica? Kind of makes sense now that we know Hitler was a Rothschild.
Oh,
and remember when
Makes sense.
Asked, how far off are we from digital clones of Black Mirror?
I was like, that's amazing. It's you know what is, I've been trying to explain to people that, and it's because it's really different.
This has nothing to do with anything, but is there anything worse than Will Smith? The only thing worse than Will Smith is that horrendous wife of his. Oh, they're the worst. They're the worst thing ever. I always hated Will Smith. He always reminded me of the to serve man alien from the Twilight Zone. I hate him.
It's not de-aging, right? So it's not my face and they just
Boulder
made it
Puncher
look younger.
T80?
It's a 100% digital character. It's the first ever 100% digital human. So I didn't see any of that. It was 8 months before I saw the scenes, and when I saw me and my new digital clone, it was spectacular. It was actually a little freaky.
Did your wife fuck your clone too? Will Smith? SMIFF.
Conversation about clones right now. Is that what we're doing right now?
You ever met a clone?
This is a
Have I met a clone? Yeah, I think I met some clones.
See?
Really?
There's clones in my...
Al Roker, the clone mastermind. No, I never wanted to get jiggy with it. Katy Perry's a clone? I knew it. Why couldn't you clone a little talent in that, bitch? She's a clone of a Sasquatch. Whoa! Whoa! Later, bitch. This is where Hillary Clinton just started rocketing shit out of her ass. Just gallons of liquid feces. Wake up, mate. I believe all of it too. She convinced me.
All I need to do is take 2 cells off of your body, yours.
Uh-huh.
We give them a small electrical charge. I'm just I'll act like a fertilized egg. If I got a fertilized egg, all I need is a receiver in order to make it. So they were hypnotizing women, said they were being inundated by aliens. And the fetus starts growing, right? Needs food. Where they can
right after this speech, he quietly walked to the bathroom and started licking the toilet seats.
Cows and sheep, too. Again, a food source. That's all we need. After about 14 weeks, all of a sudden that fetus is gone. Because they've learned to take, that's when the fetus starts developing its own blood supply. Then they've used a pituitary hormone extract that they have, which accelerates the being that grows. And the original technology was given to our government by the Greys.
What did I just watch? And then I found this bizarre website called twinstrangers.net. You can find your doppelganger instantly. You can
They look exactly alike.
Even set up a meet and greet with your twin. Then there are the celebrity lookalike photos. What is this? Can somebody please explain?
There's only so many combinations of domes. You know what I mean? So you're eventually going to find somebody who looks just like you. They don't even look that much alike. That looks alike.
The internet is even saying that Derek Chauvin, the cop who killed George Floyd, has a clone. We've all heard the terms the Great Awakening and the event, and we all believe we are living in the end times.
Well, could you hurry up already, man? You fuckers are really dragging this out. Really slowly dragging this out.
We don't know what any of this really means. There is a Twitter account who goes by the name Kabomber, who claims that the Galactic Federation missed certain opportunities in 2016 to trigger the event.
Hey, Galactic Federation, are you idiots ever going to get anything right?
That is why QAnon went into full effect in 2016.
QAnon. Of course we'd end with this horse shit.
2017. He claims that a parallel Earth has been created and we will all shift into the new timeline on April 2nd, 2021, 11 p.m. Eastern Time.
Not too far off, guys.
Specific. All of those who shift will essentially travel backwards in time to this date. Immediately upon shifting to the new Earth, the entire population will be ready to meet their galactic families. Will have a new body and gain amazing abilities. He also says there will be people
like eating a taco in 2 bites. I should see Combs' recent video. That motherfucker could eat a whole taco in 2 bites. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Will be left behind. Kabamar claims to get his messages from the Pleiadians. According to the book Dulce Wars,
I hope I get a sweet alien mullet like that.
Federation of space worlds based in the Andromeda and Pleiade constellations, including aliens from Sirius B, who have severed ties with the Ashtar Collective, which was infiltrated
fucking Ashtar Collective
by the Orion-based reptilians and Greys. The Pleiadians warn that the rebel angels are now controlling the infiltrated segment of the Ashtar Command and are master.
See, this is where they like. I could believe some weirdo cloning stuff. I mean, I wouldn't really, but like I could entertain the idea for a minute or two. But then they load it under this crap.
Rating as ascended masters. So if this is true, how do these so-called channelers even know who they are talking to? This was written in 1999. Fast forward to 2018, and Kabamar is claiming that President Trump has traveled on Pleiadian crafts and has even left Earth.
You need to bring us a souvenir, you jerk?
He also claims that Q is the Pleiadian soul of Ortik, who once incarnated on Earth as Abraham Lincoln and JFK.
Ortik can't stop getting shot at.
Remember all those strange coincidences between Lincoln and JFK? Kabamar claims that Ivanka Trump is the twin soul of Ortik, the reincarnation of Lincoln and JFK. JFK's memorial is also shaped like a Q.
Look at
and
that.
Kabamar claims that if the event doesn't happen as predicted in 2021, Ivanka will go on to become president.
Don't vote for Ivanka. Fuck that bitch.
The event is described many times in the Bible. Matthew 24:40 through 41 reads, "Then 2 men will be in the field. One will be taken and the other left.
Oh shit.
2 women will be grinding at one mill. One will be taken and the other left."
Where? To Disney World? I hope it's Disney World.
Luke 17:24 reads, "I tell you, on that night 2 people will be in one bed. One will be taken and the other left."
I have the whole bed to myself.
Corinthians 15:51 through 53 reads, "Listen, I tell you a mystery. We will all not sleep, but we will all be changed in a flash, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. For the trumpet will sound, the dead will be raised imperishable, and we will be changed."
Sounds fancy.
Thessalonians 4:16 reads, "After that, we who are still
Come on,
alive,
lady, don't bring this stuff up in your zany alien story."
and our left will be caught up together
Leave
with
the Bible
them
alone.
in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so
yeah, take
we will
pickles. Take pickles.
be with the Lord forever." Even The Simpsons predicted the event.
There it is. There's the event.
If you have ever wondered...
Wait. Even Simpsons predicted the event, and it's just a beam.
Simpsons predicted the event.
That's the event? Okay.
If you have ever wondered why our parents lied to us about Santa, you must understand that this is the most profound lesson we will ever learn. The deception of Santa teaches you that you can't trust anyone or anything.
Shit. That's right. I've never trusted anybody after that whole Santa thing.
The human experience is riddled with disappointment, lies, and deceit. We need the lies to see the truths. We need the deceit to see the good.
Wait a second.
We need the lies to see the truths. We need...
Smooch. Sorry. Couldn't control
need
myself.
the deceit to see the good. And we need the patterns to trust our instincts. But how do we know what is real and what is truth?
Yeah.
Is Q real?
No.
Are the Pleiadians real?
Of course not.
How are we supposed to know? Are the reptilians and gray aliens cloning us underground?
No.
Are the celebrities trying to let us know?
Maybe.
Is Donald Trump working with the Pleiadians, and is Donald Marshall's
Yes, that one I believe.
Story really legit? Or is this all just another psyop that started long, long ago to program us into accepting the idea of space and aliens, to bring in a new world order? Is all the madness in the world right now preparing us for something much bigger, like the anticipated event?
Hurry up with the event.
Overall, it seems like it would be a pretty big psyop employed by many.
Hey, it's Johnny Blaze from the Fantastic Four right there, guys. That's him.
People over many years, and I just asked
George
myself,
Soros.
How can it all work so seamlessly, yet remain so confusing? It seems to me that the military-industrial complex is extremely compartmentalized and so divided,
This
it
one's
is totally
exhausting.
impossible to know what is real. Do we trust our whistleblowers?
No.
Or are they paid shills, pushing disinformation?
Everyone's a paid shill.
How do we even know what books are real? Or movies? Or stories? Anything we consume? In 2020, we all know that the news is fake, and we know that they do not want us to know the truth. So this pushing of the New World Order just makes sense every time I turn on the news.
Get
just
crunched.
filled with lies
This right
and
here
deceit.
is God's gift
And my
to
conclusion
vagina.
Thank you.
is still the same. No one knows, but we can connect the dots, trust our gut, and have our own opinions. And maybe instead of searching for
very
answers
convoluted.
externally and looking to other people for the truth, maybe the true answer is just to stop. Stop looking, stop searching, and stop worrying, and just live.
Then what the hell was this whole thing about then? She dumps on you. She dumps on we're being cloned and killed and then cloned and then all this other stuff and then all this and that and Illuminati and sex rituals and blah. Yeah, but don't worry about it, guys. Just live, no big deal. No big deal. It's fine.
I will leave you with that to do your own critical thinking. Until then, stay safe out there.
Live your
and
best
don't
life,
stop
guys.
questioning the world around you.
That one was the most craziest one I think we watched. At least we got fun. Yes, that's right. Well, that was something, guys. I don't know what the hell. That's a lot to think about, certainly. Yes, I learned a lot of bullshit too. But it was quite an adventure. I think that lady just needs a good pounding. Hey! But hey, guys, I'll see you later. Thanks for coming out and watching.